Hi, I'm Charlene Gullett-Scaggs from islandjumper.travel. And in today's episode, I would like to kind of go over some ways to help you pack lighter and with less things. So, when we lived in Florida and we could drive to all the ports, we got a little bit lazy and we just didn't get concerned with how many bags or how heavy they were when we traveled. So now that we've moved to North Carolina and we pretty much are flying everywhere that we need to go when we want to go on a cruise, we have to be really mindful of the weight of the bags. So here's a couple of things that I've found that make things easier for me. First off, color scheme. So what I try to do is pick a color scheme and use that color scheme as some basic items that I kind of reuse throughout the cruise, like a black pair of pants or a black skirt that I'll wear a couple times to dinner with different shirts. I'll bring a black sweater or shrug, so that I've got something to kind of wrap in. It also can give a different look to a different outfit. And also bring some shorts that match that, and then you kind of got yourself set with a few items, and then you can mix and match throughout the cruise. So you do have to be kind of conscientious that a lot of times when you're out in the daytime in the islands, those clothes can get a little dirty. You can get a little sweaty. So when you wear them out on the islands, those might not be the things that you want to reuse. But what you can do, and one of the things I do, is I'll bring some nicer t-shirts, maybe some with like a lot of different colors that are little nice, but also look really good with shorts. So I'll wear that t-shirt under my sweater or jacket and with some nice slacks to the dining room, and then I'll wear that t-shirt one of my island days, and then that way I've kind of gotten a twofer out of one garment. Also, like say, pick a shrug that's going to match pretty much everything in your ensemble, so that you don't bring a bunch of them, because again, those jackets and sweaters can get a little bulky and they can kind of fill up your suitcase, and that will take up space that you're going to want to use for your souvenirs. So what I do when we first get something booked is I kind of make a little grid of, sea days versus island days. I'll put day and nighttime, and I'll start kind of charting out what we're going to do, what clothes we're going to need, because sometimes we do, when we travel in the winter, a lot of times we don't do water stuff, but when we travel like in the spring or the fall, we'll do a lot more water activities. So I'll need more bathing suits, because if I've got two bathing suits days in a row, then I'm going to need at least two bathing suits, right? And if I've got a day for things to dry out, maybe I can get away with one bathing suit that I can rinse out and then let dry until I get more time. So I would recommend kind of putting out a little grid with the activities you plan on doing, with the kind of clothing you're going to need, and try to optimize with the number of things that you're going to use. So the last time when we went to Bermuda, I got really crazy, and I even took little pictures of everything and kind of like laid out when I would wear everything. You probably don't have to get this crazy, but I would be really mindful. Don't just like start throwing clothes in a suitcase, or you're going to end up with a lot more things than what you need. Another place that you can really economize on space and heaviness is shoes. Try to be really mindful of the number of shoes that you bring. So I try to bring a pair of sandals that are appropriate for the dining room, that I can wear like in the evening in the dining room when it's not the super fancy nights, and that I can also wear around the ship with shorts, or like walking around the islands, if I'm just going to go out and go shopping. So try to find maybe I would recommend a pair of sandals, if you can find some that kind of mix with your ensemble, and also like some comfortable shoes for the days that you're going to go on excursions where you're like going to do heavy walking. You may also need a pair of water shoes. Sometimes those can be interchangeable if you're going to go on do some water activities, and some of these beaches can be a little rough, and you're going to want to have water shoes so that you're not walking on rough rocks. And then you're going to need maybe a nicer pair of shoes. And one time I brought a really great pair of black pumps, but I made the mistake. They were a little bit taller than what I normally wear, and the heel was a little bit narrow, and my heel kept getting stuck in the thicker carpets as I walked around the ship. So I would recommend kind of a thicker heel, and maybe a little bit lower heel than what you're used to wearing, because there's movement, especially the smaller the ship, the more the movement, and you don't want to like stop stumble around and, sprain an ankle when you're on your vacation. So be mindful of that as you're packing shoes, and try to go with 3, 4 at the most, but be really mindful of the shoes, and make sure you obviously fill the inside of the shoes with something, socks or something like that, so that you don't waste that space in your packing. So the last one is sundries. So I was finding that my sundries bag was getting a little bit out of hand. So I noticed my husband was throwing away these little cases that he would get with his contact solution. So I asked him if he would just set these aside for me. So I clean them out, and I put my various creams and ointments in the little things, in the little containers. They seal up really well, and I just number them. My particular skincare system has a number, so I just put the numbers on there, and then I found these are like really great. And this lasts me a week and a couple of days. So for me, perfect. Also, something I kind of saved aside was I got a little sample of makeup one time when I ordered some makeup, and so I just keep refilling this. And this is like really great. This can go on my carry-on, so I can kind of touch up, especially because when you're getting ready for pictures and stuff, maybe you need to touch up your makeup a little bit. And then I have this little thing, I think was like some eye cream or something, and now I just kind of refill that with my eye cream because I need just a tiny bit of that, and this will last me, this will last me a week and a couple of days, because usually for a 7-day cruise, we'll fly in a day early. Sometimes we stay a day after, depending on flight schedules, so this usually will hold up really well. I also got this silicone bag, zip top or zippy bag. The ones that you buy that are kind of disposable would get ratty really quick, and I was getting a little annoyed with kind of producing that much trash. So I got this, and this is holding up really well, and it's very very durable. It holds all my stuff. So this is like my whole amount of creams and face stuff go in here, and this is really very nice size that I can throw on, and I could even put this in if I wanted to carry on, I could put it in my carry-on with no problem, because I just need a few other things. Another thing I like to do is buy big shampoos, so I can just refill. I have bottles I refill at home, so then I could just refill the travel containers, and I have some really small ones, and I have some bigger ones depending on how long we're going to be gone, and that's a kind of a way you can save space and volume and weight. So color scheme, shoes, sundries, be mindful of those, and you can typically pack a lighter bag, or at least I can pack a lighter bag, and leave room for my souvenirs. So this is Charlene from islandjumper.travel saying, travel well, live well, and live your truth.